Heyo, MDX, how's it going? This is the final stream. I am so excited. Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, let me just do my usual thing with the whole spiel, intro, script stuff. So yeah, welcome to the second part of the final session for Summer of Double. For people tuning in that don't know what this is, 3 months ago at the start of summer, I started a project where every 2 weeks I open up a submission forum for submitting 4-panel double charts for me to play on stream. And this is the final session and the final stream of this project. It has been quite a journey, let me tell you. But yeah, I did split it up, as you can probably tell by the stream title, into 2 streams this time around, just because there were so many submissions, and I wouldn't have been able to play all of them and go in depth in one sitting. That said, this final period, we have indeed seen the most charts out of this whole event, just counting each submission period individually. I'm really happy to see it. We are finishing this thing out strong. There are 36 charts and 17 unique submitters. And as always, this stream wouldn't be possible without everyone submitting their charts, so I want to give a huge thanks to everyone that submitted, as well as everyone tuning into this. Everyone tuning into this stream today. Words are hard sometimes. So yeah, let's get into it. The way it works is that there were 3 options to pick the kind of feedback desired for each submission, which were none, lighter general, and heavier in depth. I haven't seen any of these charts before, so these will all be sight reads. And afterwards, I might give it another full playthrough or move on to giving feedback where I can, depending on what was picked. And I encourage discussion in the chat as well, because it's not just me that should be talking about these charts. I want everyone to talk about them and give their thoughts as well. I just think of everyone in the community as like, equal members. You're all my equals. I'm not better than anyone. And everyone's feedback, opinions, thoughts, they're all just as valid as mine. And then one last thing is that I looked at the difficulty spread. This time around we have 1 7, 3 8s, 7 9s, 5 10s, 6 11s, 6 12s, 2 13s, 1 14, 1 15, and 1 16. I did play about half of those yesterday, so that count won't literally reflect what I'm playing today, nor did it yesterday. That's just like, the total for the whole submission period. And yeah, there were also a few others that were rated outside of this range, but I have some notes on them to put them in a proper place for play order. So, with all that said, let us get into the first chart of the day, which is, let's see, we got 2 8s. First one is Get Back Up. Actually, real quick, let me go through all the previews again. I know I did this last time at the end of the first part, but just for the sake of consistency, I suppose I'll go through all the previews real quick right now. is a good song title. I asked about this one. It's more so around like a 10. I didn't know this last time. I love the text plus plus. This one's going to be played last. Okay, well, let me just double check something real quick. Okay. Want to make sure everything's up to date. I know there was like a big update to Turn of Seasons. I did make the change. I reloaded the game. I did Control-Shift-R on it to make sure that it's like a fresh cache reload, just in case. So everything should be good. Alright, so yeah, Get Back Up is the first one. Oh boy. Excuse you. Yeah, that was good. I mean, there wasn't really anything that stood out to me in terms of like, oh, I don't know about this pattern. Like, yeah, that was just solid. That was really solid. I'm so glad like you actually got rid of the down columns as well. Like that really emphasized the whole gimmick. Yeah, let me just check one thing. It was probably just me being unsure of what I wanted to do with this pattern at the time. I think it was this. I mean, it does the same thing on the other side. I think, is this it? Let's see. Oh, I think it was this. I was unsure on this. If I should have, like, I think I switched feet on the left arrow here, so I went like that. I don't think that was intended. I think going from this to this was intended. That way it resolves. That's probably just a me thing. I got like a little confused the first time I saw it. It does it again though. I think I know which pump song you're talking about. I don't think it's in the game anymore. It was like back in the NX days. Go Back. Pretty sure it was called. It does it on both single and double, from what I remember. Yeah, I guess like that's just the best way to do it, right? Is just have a hole that extends pretty far into the upcoming jump. So like you're incentivized to like keep holding it like this. Yeah, I mean that's probably the best way to do it. So. Yeah, outside of that, I can't really think of anything to say about it. Like, I am enjoying seeing all of the like really light patterning with 180s going into the middle. Like, I'm really, really warming up to this. I already like them, but I'm glad to see more people using them like tastefully. Because I honestly think it's a fun pattern. And fun way to like move and twist your body. Like this right here, for example. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as what I can think of. So yeah, thanks for submitting. That was really fun. Really solid. So next we have Liberation. I don't know what HD means. Probably not holds, because there's only 20 holds. Maybe my monitor's not good enough for this chart. Maybe it's supposed to be played in 4K. Oh, it's half double, isn't it? Okay, yeah. It was half double plus plus. Plus. Yeah, again, like, I didn't really find anything wrong with the chart. Like, for the BPM it was, mostly, it's 88. The patterning was good, like, really fair for an 8, and, like, nothing that stood out in a bad way. I mean, I don't know if there was anything that was, like, really stand out as shit, like, oh, this is a cool pattern. It was just like, it did its thing. It was like pretty solid the whole way through. Again, like, yeah, I don't know. There's not much I can really say about it, because, like, and that's a good thing, I want to say, because it feels like it was just a fine chart. It did what it did. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something. I did enjoy the more stretchy, like, gallops. That did provide a bit of a challenge, especially for like an 8. So it did, like, spice things up here and there at times. which I appreciated. The lead into the speed up was really intuitive in terms of like what I was hearing with the music. Maybe not the slowdown afterward, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't think of anything to go back into edit mode to really think about. Yeah, it was a good chart. So that's all I can really think to say about it, sorry. But maybe, like, you know, no news is good news, as they say. So yeah, that was the 2 8s. Now we got 3 9s to play. First one is Charlotte. Actually, hold on, let me... Okay, I was wondering if there was tech notated. I actually went over this with Vincent in terms of like what tech is double specific, and the only two I can really think of is stretch and movement. Movement being like how fast the pad transitions are and how frequent they are, and stretch is pretty self-explanatory, I think. Basically anything that's, I guess like, this I would consider a stretch. Like if it's both of the same column on both sides. And then anything beyond that, in terms of distance. Yeah. Heptal's the other like double specific thing, but yeah, like I said, it's more of a style choice than like an actual tech. Yeah, speaking of stretching though, there was like a considerable amount of like soft stretching, which was fine. I think I noticed a lot of new double turners doing that, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I might want to like see more of it, just kind of sprinkled throughout. Let's see. I thought there was one burst that kind of stood out as like, this feels like more intense than the rest of the bursts that I came across. I'm trying to find it. It may have been this one right here. Because with the first burst, you're going from here with the right foot to here. And I don't know if it does that anywhere else. Because like these sets of down bursts are like really tame in comparison. Because you're just moving from here to here. And then the same with the other one down here. Whereas with this one, you're going from here to here. And just ignoring this center. I'm talking about this one? Because it's the same as the one above. Just the other way around. I don't know if that was like, you meant to use the same center note here for both? Like, or... Yeah. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess like then if you change either of these bursts to be the same as the other centered arrow, then yeah, it would make more sense for this down here to be like the same kind of deal. And then like it wouldn't be weirdly standing out. That's pretty much all I thought of like during playthrough. Seems pretty fine like otherwise. Just like some, like I said, really casual stretches. Like nothing too out there. Yeah, it was really nice for a 9. Like, nice and chill. The song was nice and chill. I am a sucker for old 2DX soundtracks, for sure. I love going back to them every now and then and just taking a listen. But yeah, other than that, just for that one burst we were talking about in Measure 50, yeah, that's good. And as always, thank you for submitting. So next one we have Let Me Cook. I have to stop because I am so distracted by it being really late. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Okay. I don't know what to think about that one. It feels like it's hard for me to really say anything about. It seemed okay. For the most part, like I didn't really feel like there was any parts that felt weird. It's just like, this isn't a bad thing. It was like really movement heavy, which is, I think, a good thing. Kept things interesting. I don't know if it's just me, like, I guess, like, the jump usage seemed a little bit random, but maybe there is, like, a method to it all. But yeah, it was fun overall. I guess, like, it might be challenging to make something interesting to a song that's like as laid back and chill as this, if you're wanting to step it. In that regard, I think you did a pretty good job with it. Yeah, I'm just like combing through now and seeing if there's anything that like stands out. I guess like here I'm just seeing the hold usage during the jumps. Maybe you can also take that into the next measure, like what measure 16 is doing, measure 17 can also do. Like hold, 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 and then hold, because like the same exact thing that the song is doing. Again, like, I'm just, I guess, looking for things for consistency's sake, just to like polish things up overall. It doesn't really change the chart at all, just like the visualization of it. This is like more than slow enough as well to just like get away with this kind of pattern. Just kind of like bump your foot over to get to the left side. I'm kind of curious about this part. Like, I mean, it's fine that it's not doing the step jump that it was doing earlier with the same kind of vocalization, like if you want to change things up. It feels like there should be a step, like an eighth note after where the marker is right now. Because I still hear like some kind of lyric going on, like right. Yeah, like. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just feels weird to have like an empty space there when the vocals are still going. I guess like the main thing I would say is to try and watch like what you're charting, or like what you're charting to in the song, and like trying to be consistent with it. If that makes sense. But yeah, other than that, like on just the surface level, the chart was pretty fun to play. It was nice and chill. Nice and slow. Some interesting patterns, plenty of movement. And yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah, that's all I could think to say about that. Yeah, again, thank you very much for submitting. Always appreciated. Okay, so next we have the last 9, which is Trendy Ice Cream. Okay. Man, a lot of these charts this time around are just like, I don't have much to say about them. And that's just because they're good. But like, I think that's a good thing, and that's like, I'm really happy to see that, you know, people are just improving on their charts and continuing to submit. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. It was just like, I was zoning out and just enjoying it. Oh, hell yeah, me too. Me too. I might get lambasted for this, but it feels pretty easy for a 9. That's all I could really think to say. It's probably a 9, but like on the low end. Yeah, I'm just skimming through it and like, no, it's just all good. I know you requested heavy and in-depth, but like, my heavy in-depth feedback was that the chart is good and to just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes it's just how it is. Okay, well, let me see here. It does do it for the 9s. So next we have wrsw. Spicy 10. I'm wondering if I misread something in the beginning. Let me double check. There was a foot switch that was like, didn't feel right. It might have just been me. It looks like it was just me. Okay, it works. It's just, I don't think I was prepared for it, is the thing. I feel like I want to say just the same thing I said about Jet World yesterday, where the movement during the runs, I think you might need to be like careful about, just because it feels like a lot of really whippy, jarring motions. Again, with like the up or down to like the opposite side. Oh no, sorry, the like the center to opposite side up down. So like this, or this. I was not prepared for this as well. That kind of jump scared me. I think this, I mean, it's fine. I think it's just, again, like this left arrow to this down. There's just like a lot of that sprinkled throughout, and it's really noticeable when you pat test it. It's not inherently bad, but I just feel like I don't think that was the intent of the chart, to like have movements of that intensity. Yeah, motions like that at that frequency, I feel like you would be maybe pushing 11 with how frequent it is. This part's cool though, I like this part. It does get a little much at the very end, but whatever. You might be able to like change around the center arrows. Like, let's see. And like focus more on the stretching rather than the movement. I feel like that would benefit this part more. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff you can do with the middle 6, or like, you know, half double, to like have it stretchy, but also to not have a lot of movement. Like, even with just stretch candles, like just the ups and the downs, no lefts or rights whatsoever. So like stuff like that. I feel like that would be actually easier than what the ending of this part is. I 100% see what you were trying to do, though. Like, especially with what the song's doing, with the, like, rising vocal pitch. And I appreciate it. Yeah, other than that, like, that's probably just the main things I want to say about it. Yeah. I think that's it. Like, it was a fun chart. Just very difficult movements at times. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, as always, thank you for submitting. Okay, next we got July Euromix, which I think this is the one I was talking about the other day, where it's 6 pedal, but it doesn't use the middle too. So I'm really curious to see how this plays out. Okay, I'm glad it ended with the 1-8. I was going to be a little sad if it didn't end with a full split jump. So I'm glad it came through. God, that's so tired. Yeah. That's probably like, if I had to guess, like mid-high 11. I think the only thing I could really think to say is the runs that utilize both, where you have to like make one foot travel to the other side mid-run. I'm like, that's I think too fast for that. Yeah, I think specifically this run right here. I was like, okay, not only this run specifically, but like this pad transition. I think it's because this goes from down up to up down. Like, you have to do this motion right here. This, like, down, up, down. Okay, you know, that's fair. That's the only thing I really think to say about it is, like, just the runs that make you do full pad transitions are a little much, but, like, I love the novelty of this. It's great. Okay. I love playing stuff like this. It's so fun. Oh yeah, didn't the pump chart break its own rule on the very last step as well? Because I think your chart did exactly that. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, thanks a bunch for submitting. That was fun. So the other 10 we have is Reincarnation Apple. Oh yeah, it's not a lot of steps, huh? Then again, it is 2 minutes 42, so. I see. relatable. Yeah, it's probably an 11. I wouldn't call it a 10. What's the pack.zip thing? I am hitting early, you're so right. Also, I don't think I said hi, Mirin, so hi, Mirin. How's it going? And again, like, not only just out of raw density, it's probably 11, but it does a lot of, like, the thing I was saying with Rakkii's charts, with, like those, you know, big movements. Just, like, twisting your leg all the way over here, and your hip all the way over here. And, like, it's fine, it's just, like, it's a lot of movement. It's difficult. Okay. For some reason I was thinking pack.ini, not pack.zip. I don't know why. So let's see. Where's the label? I do like the double steps a lot. I think all of those are really, really clean. Yeah, on a surface level, the chart flowed just fine. There's no like weird, like unintended double steps going on, or like float errors or anything like that. So that's good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what to say for this, but yeah, it's one of those cases where like it's just good. And the thing I mentioned already with like, yeah, those like sharp movements just bump up the difficulty a bit, I would say. And I guess it really depends on how hard you're trying to make the chart. Because like for run heavy stuff, depending on what I'm doing, I try to lead into the center and lead in and out of the center. Like instead of like this, I kind of anchor on the foot that's not moving and like add an extra center step. So like instead of that, I would do something like that. I mean, obviously it adds 2 steps, but overall the transition is like a lot friendlier. But again, like, just depends on what you want to do with the chart overall. So. I do like the like center 6 gallops going on in a few spots. Let's see. Here's a good example. find one now. I like this. Stuff like this. I think it's kind of cute. Yeah, those gals really stood out to me in a good way, I want to say. Yeah, just a really solid chart. And again, like, yeah, this is the final submission period, and I feel like I've seen everyone who has been submitting and just like improving on their charting, just like overall, which is really awesome to see. And it tells me that like the feedback I'm giving is really being taken to heart. And like just more consideration for how things play out and like what I try to say about the charts that have been submitted. So yeah, really happy to just see, you know, stuff like this overall. Yeah, I've just been really enjoying this whole event. Not to like get off on too much of a tangent, but yeah. Bottom line is I'm just happy to see people coming back to charting more for this event and like having really noticeable overall improvements in their charts, just from my perspective. Yeah, that's all I can really think of to say about this one. So yeah, thank you so much for submitting. It was really fun. Really cute gimmick too. So now we're in the 11s. And the first one is I Know Uta. Does have a 2-measure strain, huh? Alright, well, let's see what we got. That was a flip switch. Here we go. Okay. Huh. Let's see here. I'm wondering what, like during the actual chart, the mines we're going to. Not these mines. So I know the mines that are not in the outer two signify foot switches. Like at first I wasn't sure of like how well it would work as indicators, but it does make more sense thinking about where, like which columns the mines are in. There's probably like overall just some really subtle stuff that the mines are going to. That's kind of hard to hear in the song. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. It seems solid enough. Nothing that really stood out in terms of like, want to talk about it. I guess the only thing, I mean, I hit it at the time, but like after the break, there's just this. That seemed like more intense than anything else in the chart, aside from the run. But even then, like, it's probably fine coming out of a break. It's either that or like have just a simple drill. I don't know. I could go either way in terms of like having a big arrowless break. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like I have anything else to say about it. Other than like, it was solid enough. Like, and sometimes that's really all I can ask for. It was a fine chart. I enjoyed it. Seemed well balanced and all that. I'm glad you notated the 2-measure stream, like even in the chart description and all that. I'm also glad that like it was very, very tame. Yeah, thanks for submitting. Always appreciated. So the next 11 we have is Nhellow Veeling. Really intrigued about this one, given all the tech that was mentioned. It's an interesting density graph too. Oh, hello. Oops. Oh god. Oh. That was really cool. I kind of want to try it again, actually. That's one of those that, like, definitely, I think, needs a replay. So the two, like, I'll say this right now, the two runs with like I guess paradiddle jacks, like hands down, not even close to a question, my favorite part of the chart. It's so satisfying to do those runs. I am a big mini jack enjoyer, so thank you for that. Yeah, I don't know, like, what could I say about this chart? It's like, probably an 11. It's hard, but it's probably an 11. Let's see. I'm surprised also that, like, the double steps they felt fine. Usually I'm not a fan of stuff like this. When I was making a double chart for Twilight, like the call song from ITG2, like for the ITG Redux project, I kept on trying to put a double step section in there, and it just kept feeling so bad. I think it's a little faster, and it's probably like the BPM that's helping out in this case. It being as slow as it is at what, like 128, I think? So it's like doable, it's manageable. Let's see, this is the slowdown, right? I feel like with all the like scroll and then speed mod gimmick stuff going on, I feel like hold on. Can I sneeze? Oh. Just kidding, I guess I don't have to sneeze. I feel like there was one part in this slowdown that could have used like a really violent speed mod bounce. It was like when the percussion comes in for like just a second. Like right here. That. I feel like that could be accented with the speed mods. Just given like everything else going on in the rest of the chart. And like I think there was one other part in the slowdown. Well, okay. It's going back to the normal speed, so that's whatever. Yeah, some of the jump patterning is like really out there, but I think it suits the song well. Like with how chaotic this song is, the jump patterning being as chaotic. Like near the beginning, actually. Where is it? Like this whole part is great. I'm a fan of like unbracketable jump spam. It's going across the middle six, as you probably know. This is also probably personal preference, but like, maybe it's good to have like a bit more reaction time with this quad roll, but like, I don't know, that's ultimately up to you. It's fine as is, like, even if it's not like the best in terms of sight refriendliness, it's like, it's a good thing for just like the personality of the chart, I guess. Either way, like, I think it works. I just don't know if it's like a problem with the scroll speed. I think it's just the fact that it comes out of 1,000 scroll speed a quarter note before the roll. So like no matter what, at most you have a quarter note of reaction time. Which again, it's fine. Like, it's whatever. Maybe like if you have the roll on screen for like a split second as you're hitting the what is it, the down jump, then that could like maybe clue the player in more while retaining that like mega scroll speed thing. I don't know, I'm just throwing out suggestions. Yeah, I overall really liked this one. A lot of experimental stuff going on, and like, I always appreciate that in a chart. Yeah, that's all I could probably think to say about that one. That was really good. Thanks a bunch for submitting. Okay, so 111 left, so we have Take Me Higher. Take Me Higher. Spicy. Well, if they're not in the chart credits like here, I don't know if they want to like be known on stream, so like I just keep it as is. But they want to be credited in like the ending, so I will say this much. Now let me double check. They for doubles experience, they put down 1 out of 5, and I'm here just like, are you sure? Because that was really solid. I think the one thing I would want to say about it is that, like, I feel like I want a little bit more out of the build-ups going into the drops. That's, like, the only thing I could think to say about it. Because, like, the main sections with all the tech, those are, it was just solid. It was really good. Yeah, just like, I mean, it's good for like what it is. Take me higher. But it's probably just like personal preference anyway. Let me listen to the clap on that, actually. You can barely hear it over the song. Yeah, this is like the only thing I would really change personally. I mean, I guess, like Mirin said, maybe it would benefit to have some kind of other variation in the second drop, because I think it is probably just like more of the same. I mean, said same is really good, don't get me wrong. That is a good point, though. Like, iteration on a new kind of like tech as the chart and the song progress is, I think, typically a really good thing to practice. But yeah, that's certainly something new for sure. Like, flams with foot switches and kick switches, very spicy. Certainly a big challenge for sure. Yeah, that was great. Thanks so much for submitting. Take me higher. Alright, so now we're into 12s. Looks like we have 7 charts to go. So the next one we have is Chobit Flavor. I will say that this is by the same person that did Take Me Higher.
Take me. Are you ready?
Kick Switch Plus. Alright.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
What? Hello? Oh, are those fucking... Hold on. Are those fakes? Because I only have one miss still.
Are you ready?
Hey, so check out these early way-offs. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I was trying to hit notes that I am otherwise going to assume are real, and they're fake. And the timing of me hitting that fake note is a way off for the next real note. So don't do that. That's just bad. I'm going to objectively say that that is bad. Like, I would be perfectly fine if those were real notes. But they weren't. Why? Hold on, let me just go into edit mode to confirm, or like practice mode. But yeah, like, on the results, one way off, 4 misses. And then look at my life bar. Wait. I think I know what was going on. Okay. I apologize for the abrasiveness because I am pretty sure this is not intended. I think the fake section is bleeding over. Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. That's supposed to be 0.02, not 0.20. Oh no. Fake sections are not supposed to last that long. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna do something real quick. I'm just gonna forego that whole playthrough just now, and I'm going to make a quick change because there is no way that was intended. So I'm going to give this another shot, another honest shot. Because I think that was just a mistake. Like, a really bad mistake, but a mistake. That, you know, it's an honest mistake. And I apologize again for the abrasiveness. What's it called? Chobit Flavor? So, fakes. Thankfully, this is a really easy fix. Yeah, I think just the mines were supposed to be fake. Okay, so that, and delete the .old file.
Are you ready?
Just go back into practice mode and confirm. Okay.
Are you ready?
All right. One more time.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
That's so much better. It's very tiring. Oh. Thankfully, the all the kick stuff is like very tame on the movement. It's moving, but in really short, like, bursts. It's still really tiring. Like, that's just some of the stuff that I'm really bad at. Is when one foot just does a majority of the work. God. Yeah. I'm glad I double checked this in practice mode. I didn't want to like just write this chart off after the first playthrough. I think the main thing I would say is just like the intro seems a little long. It could probably like benefit from having the song cut a little bit. Like even just the first, I don't know, 16 measures. Because it is at 240, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was the main thing I was thinking of. Like, even upon the first playthrough, I was just thinking, like, does this intro really need to be here? Like, at least up to measure 16, 17. It's just like a warm pad fade in without much going on. The main kick switch tech though is like, it's really solid. And like, I think the rest of the chart is pretty good as well. I think there was one run near the middle where I'm like, it seems like a lot of movement for, compared to the rest of the chart. Because like overall, even the bursting was really tame and laid back. Let me see. Yeah, this was, I think, the run I was thinking of, like right here. Again, like I've mentioned this kind of cannoning before. Just where like the left foot is going from up to here. With respect to like the rest of the run. So let me just go near the first part again. I don't know if there's like a run similar to that. I don't think so. Yeah, that's really the only thing that stood out to me, I suppose. Anyway, oh yeah, okay, it does it again right here. It might just be a me problem, but I like struggle at even like speeds like, what is this, 180 or so, to get my foot over from here to here while being accurate with it. It's doable, but it's like strenuous, and like I'm just thinking about comparing it to the rest of the chart. Let's see.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think those are just like the three main things. What is it? The intro, I don't know if it's necessary. It could probably cut down a couple of the runs, like small brisk runs from the side to the middle. Maybe a little much in terms of movement and like how it transitions from the side to the middle. And then like the last thing, of course, is to just make sure the fake section timing, like the lengths of them are proper. I'm glad I was able to play the chart as it was intended, though. Yeah, like I said before, also, just the main kick section, really, really good. It's not my cup of tea, necessarily. I just like find those kinds of patterns really hard, but it's good. It's really well put together. So, thanks so much for submitting that one. That was really fun. Let's see. So, yeah. Next one we have is... Yeah, that's another thing also. Like, if you really consider yourself to be, like, new to double charting, because I know you put down 1 out of 5, like, both of the charts you sent in, like, incredible work. Like, they're so solid. So, hell yeah, keep it up. I would love to see more from you. But yeah, we have, this is such a good song title. Here's why some furries are losing for xaev. Also, is that the love up sound from Undertale? Am I hearing that right? Near the end of the preview. Okay, anyway. Hey, you know, fair. Okay.
exclusive. There we go.
Woo! I think upon first playthrough, a fair amount of it just felt like I didn't know what the intent was. I mean, I could try it again.
More exclusive.
Yeah, that's the only part I'm still not fully understanding yet. So, yeah, let me see here. Where does it start? Also, I think this, I wanted to ask about a few patterns actually, since Mirin's here. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I feel like it does work either way, like doing that or and then jumping over. I'm just not sure what the intent was exactly. Probably a bracket. Like a pivot bracket over. Like, here. Like that, or... Okay, all brackets got it. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it works either way, so. Yeah, I want to go to the part that I was like just getting my brain scrambled on. I think it's like right here. Yeah. So, are these So are those like crossovers? Here, let me actually slow it down. We're busting out the right mods, boys. Okay, that's probably the intent because he mentioned facing one direction the whole time. I see. That's a cool pattern. It's just, the problem lies in getting my foot planted down. There's a certain way that I'm twisting such that my heel extremely does not want to touch the pad. Like, I think it's like right here. It's so hard to plant my heel down for that. I could try it out a few times. I will say though, like, I think letting go of the bar makes it a lot easier. Like, here. Like, I could feel my shoulder and my heel not wanting to do it, like, what it should be doing. But if I let go of the bar on the left, it's a lot easier, actually. Funny how that works. Yeah, it's so much harder if you're just holding on to both bars. My shoulder is bad. My entire body is bad right now. But it's okay. I'll power through. Yeah, I think like overall, Star does a lot of interesting things. And like, I think they all work if you know how to execute them. As always, again, I am enjoying the mini jacks. Those are fun. But yeah, I also just like all the new stuff being tried. It's really interesting to see how everything works out, and I am more than happy to be everyone's guinea pig. So not the One Direction sections, right? They're the backwards crossover brackets. Or like, are you talking about that part specifically when I'm pad transitioning, I assume? Okay. Let me go back to it. Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll play it again. It's weird, like... Okay, well, I guess first of all, if I let go of, the arm in which I'm not facing, so like, I'm facing one direction for the first section, I think, to the right. If I let go with my left shoulder, the whole thing is a lot easier, and then vice versa, facing to the left, only holding on to, with my left arm. That's the way to do it for sure. To just make it like a lot more physically comfortable and less straining. There's still some problems I think I'm having with getting my heels planted for the brackets in certain parts. Like, hold on, I'm not gonna play through it, I just wanna like... Maybe at full speed it's like a much bigger issue with a few of them. It's hard to say just like trying to step it out when not actually playing the song. That's weird, like, I think I'm having trouble with these. Like when I'm over here, that's when it's probably the hardest. Yeah, okay. This one is like, this is the trouble bracket for me. I don't know why. This one facing to the left is like giving me problems. It's probably just a me thing. But yeah, like, outside of this whole section, there's not really much I could think of that stood out in terms of, like, I don't know if this works, or, you know, I'm kind of iffy on it. It seemed like all good in terms of that, at least. Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about anything else regarding the whole, like, crossover bracket section. Because I can't think of much else right now that I would want to elaborate on, or, like, as long as I'm here, you may as well ask anything that's on your mind. I do know what you're saying also, though, with the losing control and, like, having a score deficit because of it. Like, some tech is just like that, where if you're going for score, it's better to just cheat it. You lose out on the style points, though. Okay, well, anyway. I think that's pretty much it as far as I can think of off the top of my head. It was a really interesting one. I enjoyed it. Yeah, thanks for submitting, as always. I need to do a little bit of stretching for a second before I move on. The next one is Rave Cannon. I was told earlier in stream that this might be a 13. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if you were here, Rakkii. Alright, well, let's see what we got. Oops. Okay. Yeah, again, I think the main thing is just like there's too much movement TM going into a lot of the foot switch patterning. Coming out of it, I think it'll be fine. Going into it, like, it's so hard not to get misses because of the weight shifting you have to do. Now let me go to this like half double spam section. This is that was spicy. I feel like if these foot switches, here's just one example. When I'm talking about like movement leading into foot switches, I think if these were all the opposite centers, so this being the 2-player left for this foot switch, and then this being the 1-player right for this foot switch, and then again this one being 2-player left, I think it'll work out a lot better. If you want to like keep that general kind of pattern. This part I think is cool, but I think this lead in to these patterns is a little too much. Like coming from all the way over to the side to the middle again. I was iffy on that. Oh, then there's this, yeah. So like here, this is actually a perfect example, right? This is perfectly serviceable, going from this foot switch over here. This, on the other hand, just the center is changed, and it's further away from the lead-in for the foot switch. So, like, I think this is a lot more awkward and strenuous than the above. And I think it's because you're taking your 1 foot over all the way to the other side instead of like still on the same side. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess, but like, I think I can articulate this correctly. Like, this is keeping both feet on the side, but the same sides coming out of it. So like, you're coming out of the foot switch like this. And it's a really gentle lead-in to the foot switch. Whereas the one that's highlighted right now, it's a wide lead-in into the foot switch. And you're now on one side with both feet. Actually, yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it in the X with pulling versus pushing. That's a really good description of it. Cause like, yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Rakkii. Like, where a subtle change, or a seemingly subtle change, even like this, makes a world of difference. Cause yeah, like with the foot switch jack being over here, you're just like, you're not really pulling your foot over. You're just kind of scooting it over, and then you're pushing the right foot over to the next note. Like, whereas if the foot switch jack was on this side, you're kind of pulling your left foot into the foot switch jack, and then scooting your other foot over. It's more pulling than pushing, and then vice versa. It's not even stuff that I think about for the most part. This is the kind of stuff you figure out as you're pad testing. Like, I get how this works now. I get why this is weird. I get why this is comfortable, etc., etc. Because, like, believe me, I'm actually learning just as much as you guys are sometimes. When I just, like, am dissecting patterns like this on stream. Also, I agree that you should make more doubles charts. But yeah, that's probably just the big thing. I think all the foot switch gallops that are like 1/8 notes apart, those are all fine. And all the brackets that are leading into them, they felt pretty fine. Just overall. So I think you got that part nailed down pretty well. Yeah, that's probably all I could think of to say about this. That was good. Thank you for submitting. And with that, we are into the 13s. We only got 4 charts left at this point. Well, okay, I say 13s, but there's only one. Very curious to see how this one plays out, or like what it even is. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much like my thoughts on it. MDX. It's a really, really wide chart. So the thing is, I need to double check something near the end. There was one pattern that I wasn't sure about. Yeah, that was it. That was it right there. I think that's a double step from here to here. Because, like, going into this eighth note from this bracket burst thing, you're set up like this. And, like, I think you're supposed to double step those flams, like, because, I mean, that works. I think that's intended, but, like, there's no way that it resolves properly coming out of the above like this. Because, like, if you are meant to hit this with your left foot and, you know, cross over, like, which is still a lot at 150, you're set up facing the other way, like this. So they have to, like, you'll have to outstep all the way to the flam for it to resolve without double stepping like this. But, yeah, that was, like, the thing that really stood out to me in terms of just any weird, unintended double steps going on. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, I think I just share the general sentiment that, like, the chart works. Aside from that one part, it all flows fine without any weird double steps going on. But it's just too wide for its own good. Like, especially when it comes to the bursts, like Warsaw said. Like, these bursts are fine. This burst is A-okay. That's 140, not 150. Okay, the burst is fine. The bracket is not fine. Like, if it were an up bracket, maybe? Like, if this whole section's ups and downs were flipped, like, still, though, like, you're going here at 2 10/16ths. Or, yeah. But the fact that it's a down bracket makes it a million times harder. In general, I just try to avoid down brackets like that. Unless you're just fully to the side. Like, this is like, not really comfy. Like, if your left foot was over here, it'd be a lot better. But the thing I like most try to avoid with down center brackets rather, is if you're in the center. And I think I can cite an example somewhere in here. Maybe further down. Yeah, okay, yeah. This I was not a fan of. This is like all center-centric. Like, this is a cool concept, but I would rather it be like stretchy than what this is. Like, this down bracket, I think it would work a lot better if it was an outer down bracket. And then either keep the ups as they are, or, yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, The down brackets being further out is fine. The ups, not so much. Actually, no. I know why. It's because of the angle of your foot. And I think I've gone over this so many times in previous streams, where if your foot is facing outward from the center, it is way comfier than if your foot is facing inward. So like, good, good, bad, bad. You know what I mean? And that's just assuming that you are in the neutral center position. Obviously, things will be different as you're moving around the pad, but that's just the general rule I try to follow. Actually, let me turn the light on so it'll look a little bit darker. Okay, yeah. So this is the same burst as the above, but up-down flipped. It's still a lot to like go over to the side like that. I will say this though, these kinds of foot switch movements I think are really good. Although, I'm not sure if the roll being extended to this 16th is intended. It doesn't feel like that should be the case. But, I mean, regardless, let me just play like this small section. Yeah. Those kinds of foot switch gallops I personally really enjoy. Let's see how these play out actually. Yeah, like what I was saying earlier, these kinds of patterns with bursts, you have to really be careful about. They're like in sets of 3, kind of visually, so it looks like it might be simple, but like there's already a stretch going on, and like very wide movement. So like, here, let's go through real quick and see where each foot is at any given time. So like, right foot from here is going from this down to the opposite center in the span of like an 1/8 note at 210. Yeah, so there's that. And then right afterward, the left foot is going from one player left to one player right. And then after that, the right foot has a lot of work to do because it's going from this center to this down to this center. So that's like, I think, way too much movement for a burst of that speed. I think that's just the general consensus we're coming to. Like me and everyone in the chat. It's just, it's a little too wide. And I think it'd be, the chart as a whole would probably be like very improved if the wideness, I guess, was toned down a little bit and like confined a little bit more at any given point. I think, yeah, this first foot switch I was already like, oh, these are wide foot switches. But yeah, that's probably like the bulk of what I wanted to say about it. A lot of stuff does work out. Like, yeah, I should probably like go over what I think does work out. Like, these bracket switches are kind of neat, I think. I do think that this set is easier than the above two sets because of facing outward. Like, where I'm highlighted right now, I like go to face outward, whereas in these two iterations here, I go over, but I face inward, and it's a little like, at least like for, presumably I'm holding the bar, like it's kind of awkward, like right here. And then like the same thing over here. It's kind of like my shoulders, Like even aside from that though, I think it's just generally more comfy. Here, let me actually try and just, here, new tech dropped. BS bar switch. I know that this is kind of a bracket iteration later on, with the same kind of double step stuff in the middle. This is like really, really chill. I love this kind of stuff. As for like these specific bursts leading into brackets, I think for all of these, just all of them, these kinds of these specific bursts, if the brackets were changed to just be the center brackets instead, that would make all of the bursts like 1,000,000 times better. And you still do kind of get that oomph at the end, because like you do have to like scoot to the side to hit it. Yeah, I did go over these. I think like a left-right mirrored iteration earlier on. '16th ones are generally fine. So presuming like stuff like this is a jack. Okay, yeah, okay. This is the other thing I think that was kind of weird. I'm not sure what the intent was. Probably like bracket, but like get off and then do this. It's either bracket tap, or bracket get out of the way and then like jack. But like if you do this, you're still kind of in position for it. And I would be inclined, coming out of this hold, to just do this. And then, like, this doesn't set me up properly for, like, the rest of the gallops. So I think the intent was, like, bracket, tap, and then like move out of the way, pivot over to the left, and then come out of it into this gallop facing left. But I think the setup and like dismount, so to speak, can be better, like for the player to intuit. Yeah, that was the one other thing that like I was kind of iffy on. The rest of it is just, yeah, the same stuff I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I think I went over everything that I wanted to. So I hope this helps. Yeah, there definitely were a lot of good ideas, and like a lot of ideas that did work. Like the wide foot switch gallops, like where was it? Yeah, I went over this before. These I'm a big fan of, because like you get plenty of time to set up and like shift your momentum over to where it needs to be, and there's like no pressure to get to the steps. Anyway, yeah, that's all I can think of to say on that. And as always, thank you very much for the submission. It's getting down to the wire here. So I got oh boy, got Endless Reality next. Terrifying. I will try to beat it. I don't know how I'm feeling right now, but I will give it my best. surprised I hit some of that. I'm glad. Oh man. I wasn't sure if I was going to get through that. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think that was the first trip up. I don't know why. I think I like hit this hold with my right foot for some reason. Oh, I think there's fake segments from the single, presumably. I'm kind of iffy on this set of 2-foot switches. I feel like it would work better if they were on the same column. Kind of like how Amazing Mirage did. Let me show you what I mean by that. We're taking a detour for a sec. Okay, I meant to like close the folder, but whatever. There's something near the beginning. I think this is it. Like something like that. I don't know if it does it again here. Like later on. I don't think it does. But I only bring this up because I feel like it's going to be hard to hit cleanly if you have to move over to the other center column. I know I did miss it. Oh, it's probably further up? Yeah. Okay, let me try and hit it a few times, actually. I mean, I guess it works. Maybe also it's just a personal preference that I would like prefer this to be on the same column, like these to be the other center. Again, that's maybe just me. I get the up-down mirroring for the foot switches. It's always just going to be harder, like coming from the downs. Those foot switches leading into the break may have been a little iffy, but I'm not sure. They probably just work as is. Like, I know there's no flow error with it. Okay, this I think I want to talk about, because just for the sake of, like, I know you probably did this the way you did for, like, the sake of visualization. Like, for, like, a burst of 4 with each burst moving over to the left by 1 column each. I think I'm just worried about this specifically because it's a kind of cross-under lateral. Like, whereas the next iteration does the same thing, going the other way, but since it's going the other way, it's going, you're putting your foot over for the transition, and this one is way easier. It does break, like, the cool visualization of it if you were to swap these ups and downs. Ultimately, like, up to you. But, yeah. I do like these. It's surprisingly not a lot of movement. It's just a little bit wide. I'm surprised I hit this. I think I hit all of this somehow. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Hold on, let me see this again. Okay, I definitely got tripped up with this. I think specifically this right here. Because this is actually a pretty violent crossover. Or cross under, I guess. Because you have to do that. And then it resolves. I definitely did not hit that before on my playthrough. Here, I'm gonna play it through one more time, just to see how it feels overall, and maybe you can also like get something else out of it with a second watch. Why is it? It just feels unintuitive, and I think it's just a me issue. That was way better. Yeah, no problem. Glad to be the guinea pig. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else I can think to say. I just need a sec before I go on to the next turn. Yeah, unless you want me to go over anything else specifically, or so. Well, I guess technically too. Best not to play the finale credits. Apparently that's just, there was a file made for it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm happy to provide. I'm very concerned about the 15 measure run. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably not doing a 15 measure for it at 196, but we'll see. No, I'm sorry. God. Nice. I don't know if I can get feedback to this, because, like, you mentioned that it was supposed to be a Groove Radar special, and, like, how do I get feedback to that? You know? Like, already, I don't know if these were meant to be actual double steps, but, like, I don't know if you understand the movement required if they are double steps. Or maybe that's the point, I don't know. Because it looks like it's just a neat visualization, but here, I'll try and play it as it's intended, right here. Actually, yeah, again here. Yeah, here. Anyway, I mean, like, do you want feedback? Because I can try, but I don't know what I would want to say about this. Because, like, it's one of those charts where I think it knows what it's doing. And that is, like, filling a quota. In terms of, like, the groove radar. Huh. Okay, interesting. Did you, like, check the groove radar? Or, like, a groove radar of any kind in Media to see, like, what it was spitting out for you? Like, as you made the chart? I'm kind of curious now. For what it's worth, outside of the double steps in this stream, it feels like it's doable. It's hard, but it's doable. Okay, I see. Yeah, again, I think it's just one of those things where, like, if I try to give feedback, it might just defeat the purpose of what the chart was trying to do. Like, from an ITG, mostly tech charting standpoint, I can, like, list off stuff that can be improved, but from, like, a standpoint like this, it's like, alright, yeah, fair enough. I don't know, the main thing is just, like, the step jumps are destroying me. Personally, but yeah, if there's nothing else really, I'm gonna just move on to the final file, the credits file. All right. So yeah, this is the end, y'all. It has been a journey. Probably read like 525 is probably fine. Or 525. Okay. That was sweet. Thank you so much for that. 07. Oh. Yeah, shit, man, what do I say now? I mean, well, first of all, I'm hitting early. Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, coming into this, like, a friend, first of all, like, before the summer even started, like, a month beforehand, kind of pitched the idea, and I ran with it. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I don't think I could even take credit for the name either. I just, like, I think he pitched the name and the idea. I don't know. I came up with the idea. He came up with the name. Anyway, all in all, this was absolutely a group effort. Coming into this and like setting everything up, I had no idea how much interest there would be. I was not expecting this much, that's for damn sure. Like, if you add up all the zip files that were submitted over these past 3 months, it's over 100. And yeah, that's so much more than I ever expected. And like, even per round, the first submission period came and went, and when I saw how many files there were, I'm like, I was so happy about it, and I wanted so badly to keep up that momentum and just like push for people to have interest. And like, I had no idea just throughout the whole thing how it was gonna go, but like, I just, got more and more happy with just how much discussion there was, how many charts were being submitted, and I'm specifically happy that people that never touched doubles before went ahead and tried it because of this event. And like, I've been wanting for so long for more people to get into double charting, and I think this event very much accomplished that. And I hope people stick with it. This might be the end of the event, but like, it's the dawn of just the new season, new era. ITL is coming up. The submissions are literally open right now. I forget how long they're going for. I think at least a few more weeks. But I could be wrong, but I want to say it ends sometime in October. But in any case, yeah, that was part of why I did this whole thing, was to like, I've been wanting to see ITL double grow, because like, me and a couple other people do the curation, and it's been a bit of slim pickings, especially compared to single, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to change that for the past couple years. And I think even with this final submission period, I can see at least a few of these charts being an ITL. Like, if the people that make the charts don't want to submit them, I'll consult them about it, and I'll submit the chart myself because I want to see them in. Yeah, other than that, like, it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned chart writer or completely new to just double or overall single, double, whatever. I have been extremely enjoying playing everything that like was sent in. It doesn't matter what was sent in. If I thought the chart was like good, bad, or like that that doesn't really matter. I just like, I enjoyed the fact that people put in the effort and showed the interest and submitted files for this thing. Like that, in and of itself, means the world. And like, yeah, I've been saying for like, I don't even know how many years at this point, whenever people talk about Double, even in person, I'm sure people can vouch for me when I say this. I will always mention, if you want to try and make double charts, I will happily be your guinea pig. I will always say that, and I mean it 100% with my whole chest. Like, I love playing other people's stuff and seeing what they come up with. I think there were a few more songs that I may have wanted to try and chart for this thing, for my own event, but I just, have not had the time. I'm glad I was able to at least participate in one of the submission periods. I think it was just the one that I did 2 for. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was Dodo and like Fly Down to the Scream from Euromix. I did both of those for submission period 3, I want to say. 2 or 3. In any case, yeah, I just did 2 charts, and there were over 100 charts submitted. So that said, obviously, really obviously, this event could not have happened without everyone's interest. And I want to thank all of you for just tuning in, watching me play, watching me suffer sometimes, just for the greater good. It's all been fun. Yeah, thanking everyone for playing, or for submitting, for watching, for chatting. I don't think I would have nearly as good of a time if I was not, like, talking with y'all, like, right now. You know what I mean? But yeah. That said, I guess that concludes things, right? I can pull up the the ending credits card that I made myself. So this is all the info for submission period 5. Text is a little bit small, especially with the artist and song credits. I tried to fit it all in one column. But yeah, 17 chart writers this time around, and 36 files. And yeah, there was no way I was going to do this submission period in one stream. No way. I was kind of pushing it with the previous submission periods, but it worked out. It all worked out. Yeah, I'll keep the Discord server open for like all the channels and everything. I don't see any reason to like close the server if you want to just talk about more stuff in there. But yeah, maybe we'll have just more casual things going on. If anyone else wants to host stuff, you can talk to me about it. Yeah, I just want the server to be like a nice chatting ground for everything. Because like, this is the end, but it's not the end, you know? Anyway, I think I've rambled on for long enough. Yeah, I'm going to cut the local recording for now. That said, yeah, thanks so much for everything to everyone. And yeah, I will see you around.